Cruising down Manchester Street in my drop top, chillin' where you gotta keep the heat when the block hot. Cruising down Manchester Street in my drop top, chillin' where you gotta keep the heat when the block hot. Yeah, on the east side and the west side. Yeah, on the east side and the west side. Cruising down Manchester Street in my drop top, chillin' where you gotta keep the heat when the block hot. Crown my head, I'm getting my.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy CMJ, man, bringing y'all another episode of Total Fandom. Once again, coming to y'all at before 3 a.m. this time. This time is 2:30. This time is 2:30. Um, getting up before the 6 a.m. game, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time and
Yes,
whatnot.
sir.
But not trying to be too loud, so keeping it down. Got Devaughn back on. What's up, my boy? How you doing?
What's going on? Man, not too bad. I'm in the middle of my break time at work. You know how it be.
We did some good job. We did a good job with some of our bets last week. Honestly, some of our we got to do a better
Yeah.
job putting them together though.
I
You
know.
feel
I
me?
know.
Only hit a couple
I know.
ticks. Only hit a couple ticks. But we'll work on it. We'll work on it this week. Shoot, got this NFL slate. We got 4 teams on bye. I think
Mm-hmm.
Rams, Chiefs, Dolphins. I'm forgetting a team, so forgive me. But I'll remember later. Anyway, excited to bring y'all another episode. Um, let's get started with the first game, man. Let's get started with the first game. Jags and Bears in London. Uh, by the time I'm pretty sure people are watching this game will be on already. So uh, let's just go with who we got for the game. I also have like a little timer for us for each topic, so we'll spend like a few minutes on
So
this one. Um, who you got winning the game?
the Bears,
I
I
got
like
the
their defense overall.
I got the Jaguars.
Really?
I think because if I'm not mistaken, the Bears have some injuries in the secondary. Not like to their, not to Jalen Johnson or anything, but they have a couple injuries back there. And I think Trevor Lawrence. I mean, I think they played in London last week, so they haven't. They basically stayed at home. They haven't had to go anywhere. The Bears just came from Chicago. Um, I think the Jaguars have a like low key, like slight advantage just from staying in London this past week. So, and I know Caleb's playing better.
Mm-hmm.
The line was actually Bears favored by like half a point before it changed to
Yep.
Jaguars one. So um I don't I actually had the Jaguars winning 24-21, which would go over the implied total, but I can see it going under. So I'm not. I
Sure.
hate to hedge it right there, but I'm pick Jags 24-21. I like Brian Thomas. I like that they got Evan Ingram back. Um, I think the Bears defense is good, and I think that Tank Bigsby will probably have a tough time. But I think he's still. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about Bigsby and ETN? Like, do you think Bigsby is better than ETN from a fantasy perspective or from a real life perspective as a running back?
Um, I don't know about better as far as real life. I think in fantasy he might produce more, especially if he starts getting more goal line touches. We're making most of his first and second down touches. I mean, yeah, most of the first and second down touches.
Only thing I worry about with him is like this team. Like it feels like this team is doing a lot of passing in the red zone, which is
Yes.
ETN's like specialty. So it's like I'm I kind of fade Bigsby there. Like at least with Bucky Irving, he is getting a lot of receptions. Or
Yes.
at least it feels like he's getting targeted more in a pass happy offense and the offense that is like a little bit more of a well oiled machine in Tampa Bay. But
Another question,
uh-huh.
real fast.
Mm.
Um, there were talks about if the Jags don't get enough wins in the next coming weeks before the deadline, that ETN would be on the could be on the trade block. So number one, do you think that's a possibility? And number two, do you think that's even more of a possibility if Tank Bigsby blows up or falls off by trade
Yes and
deadline.
yes. To yes and yes. Yes and yes. Like Travis is 25, and honestly, this team is. I mean, the team might get blown up after this year, so it's like I don't really like I don't see the owner really having any reason to hold on to anybody outside of Thomas and Lawrence right now, and maybe Evan Ingram, Christian Kirk because he paid him. Um,
Hmm.
I don't have I don't see the owner having any ties to that. Real quick before we move on, uh, I think the obvious starts here are DJ Moore, Brian Thomas, DeAndre Swift to a lesser degree, and Christian Kirk. But how do you feel about Thomas versus Moore rest of season?
Um,
Who would you rather have?
Damn. I think Brian Thomas, simply because I feel like I can trust him more in that offense
Who you got?
behind Trevor Lawrence.
Who you got winning the game? Oh, you said the Bears. You said the Bears. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, but it'd be like a 3 point like contest. It won't be nothing major.
Okay,
Won't
nothing
be like a
major.
blowout anymore.
Nothing major. Nothing major. More a more exciting matchup on top in that starting at 10 a.m. slate. Buccaneers
Hmm.
at Saints. Buccaneers favored by 3.5. Okay, cool. 42.5 implied total. You might know, you might already know this, but Mike Evans doesn't play well against the Saints. Uh,
Mm.
not
Mm.
really.
Wonder
Nope.
why.
I mean, because it's like, bro, Marshawn Lattimore, bro.
There we go.
Here we go, bro.
There we go.
It's Mike
No,
Evans,
go
bro.
say it.
It's
Go
Mike
say it.
Evans, bro. It's not like,
It's
bro, he
Marshawn
not.
Lattimore.
It's Mike Evans, bro. Like, yeah, it's like, yeah, they be getting in little temper tantrum fights, bro. It's not even like a skill like type. Like it's like Josh Norman versus Odell every time. This is they, you know what I'm saying? They just didn't crash out like them. Like
No, I see it. They just
like
don't like each other for whatever reason.
yeah, bro. Me just okay. I give him Lattimore his props. He take Mike Evans off his game. That's all I can. That's all I'm gonna give him props for. That's it, bro. That's it, bro. It's Mike Evans, bro. Like what is like he can't be stopped. Like there's nobody
Yeah,
that
but
can stop.
Mike Evans isn't Mike Evans when he goes against Marshawn
That's
Lattimore in the Saints.
fine.
You
That's
just said it.
fine. That's fine. Honestly, that's cool, bro. Cause I roster Chris Godwin. I'm cool, bro. I'm not even betting on Mike Evans today. That's another reason why I'm fading Mike Evans. Yeah, I mean, I think if I'm not mistaken, last line contest, I think. Oh no, not last line, but for sure, he hasn't scored more than 10 fantasy points in a while against
Mm.
Marshawn Lattimore. So that's another reason why it's like you can't really sit Mike Evans because he could score. Like that's a thing, you know.
Yeah,
You gotta watch out for that. But it's
for
like,
real.
you if you got like now you can't sit Mike Evans. Honestly, you gotta start
No
him.
way.
Um how you feel about Spencer Rattler starting for the Saints instead of Jake Hayner? Do you think Chris Olave? I took his 4 reception alt line. His line is at 4.5 for his receptions. Do you think Olave will get the ball a lot? And I'm only saying I have faith in it because obviously the Buccaneers secondary is hot garbage. No
Yeah,
offense.
I mean, I think he'll get the ball because I mean,
I
he's
said how you feel about
he's
Rattler though
you're right.
starting for the Saints.
I don't know. I mean, he looked good in the preseason, but I mean, there are a
All
couple of
right.
guys that the Saints have drafted at the quarterback position that haven't panned out. So I mean, this is like the second or third guy in the last few years since Breeze retired that they picked up, and you know, I hope he pans out. Because if he don't pan out with Derek Carr out, they're gonna have to look out for another quarterback prospect. And I mean, we've been in quarterback purgatory a little bit for a while. So if he don't pan out, I don't know.
How do you feel about well, if he don't pan out? I mean, well, you gotta give him time. You're a rookie, so you gotta give him a little time. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I have a little more. I have. I mean, well, I guess it's optimism because I mean it's the NFL. So rookie, we haven't seen him play in the NFL, so I have a lot of optimism for him.
Hmm.
Especially against this secondary. I mean, it's better than Drake May versus the Texans.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh man, we'll get to that later.
do you think Rattler gives them a good chance to win this game, or do you just got the Bucks winning? Because I mean,
I mean, if they yes, I think they have a chance to win this game because the game plan that Clint Kubiak, our coordinator, is going to scheme up for him. As long as AK can get the ball enough and is healthy enough and play the way he's supposed to, I'm not too worried about Spencer Rattler. We just need a game manager. He doesn't need to make plays up and down the field. If he can do
Or
that, we good.
okay, okay, okay. I think he's a little bit better than that, but obviously, like you said,
And then he'll pan out. Then it'll work out perfectly.
um, Rashad White is doubtful to play in this game, which is
Yeah, I've seen that.
which is I mean, I like it for Bucky Irving. I like the opportunity that he will get in this game.
I do
I
too.
hope that he can. I worry about his rushing total in this game per se
Why?
because it's the Saints defense. What I'm really excited about is his receiving prop. And as far as from a fantasy perspective, I'm wondering if he can get the same, if he can get even just a fraction of what Kenneth Walker got or has been getting over the last 3 weeks, as
Yeah.
far as routes run, targets, receptions. If he can just get like a third of that, like I would feel not even a third. Like I want to say like let me 3 sevens. I know it's such a, but like if he can get just a nice, like let me give me 40%. Okay, give me 40%, 45%. I will feel really good about Bucky Irving moving forward rest of the season. Like I will, I will, I will definitely fade Rashad White. Um, to keep it frank, I feel like there's one more thing I'm forgetting. Oh, I got the Bucks 27-19. My best bet for the game is Chris Godwin at least 5 receptions. If you can take his alt line, you gotta smash it, bro. Like the line is 5.5. He has at least 5 receptions in every game this season. They even have a 4 reception alt line. I mean, obviously the multiplier is lower on sleeper if you go with 4, but I mean, if Mike Evans is gonna get locked up, who else is gonna receive the ball for them? K. Dotton. I mean, yeah, he's gonna get somebody. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, oh, Sterling
He's either
Shepard.
worked. He's either
Sterling
worked
Shepard.
into.
I'll say that
Oh yeah,
too.
I forgot about him.
Yeah, I forgot about that too. Sterling Shepard. I think that line might be 2.5. If it's 3.5, then take the alt 3. If it's 2.5, I take the over. In a game that I think should be favorable or competitive. I should say competitive. As far as for the Buccaneers, and you got the Buccaneers right.
Um, actually, no. I think the Saints can pull it out.
Okay, okay,
It'll be the over. I don't know what the over under is, but I think
it's
it'll
right there on
be
the screen.
something like. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the bets.
42.5.
Aha.
30
I
seconds.
think I think under. I'd probably see something like 21-18,
Okay.
something like that.
Okay. I don't see it going under. I don't, me personally, that's me. That's just me. That's just me. Wait, I said 27-18, so that is
Yeah.
yes over. Okay. Next game is Cardinals Packers.
What is it?
Uh 5.5 point favorites are the Packers. I really want to take the Cardinals. I really want to
I
take
do
them.
too. Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I do too. I don't like
But
the way Jordan Love's been playing since he came back from injury.
but I got the Packers 31-28. It's gonna be close. In my opinion. Either way, I mean it could be 31-21, but I still got the Packers. They're gonna put up
Damn.
points. They're gonna put up points. The Cardinals defense is just it's not healthy, and they have yet to become a real cohesive unit with all the talent that they have accumulated through the draft. Um, in my opinion. Now, I think this will be competitive because Kyler
On what
Murray
side of
is
the ball?
what happened? Oh, on the
Uh,
defense.
okay.
Because they invested heavily in the draft on the defensive side. I mean, yeah, they got a bunch of rookies. Don't get
That's
me
really what
wrong,
they need.
but yeah, that's that. Yeah,
But that's all they need, though. If
yeah.
that I mean, if that defense somehow come together, somewhat through the season, I mean, the Cardinals gonna be hard to beat because they've been putting up points all year so far. So I mean, and I can see them putting up almost. Yeah, I don't want to be disrespectful because the Packers defense is pretty good, but I can see them putting up 24 points and then keeping Green Bay to somewhere between 20 something and 28, 27, like 21. I can see between 18 27 and keep Green Bay. If they can do that, they can win this game.
I, mm, man, I don't think they're holding Jordan Love and Josh Jacobs. Tucker Craft is set to play. Um, I don't know. I don't see it. Um, I don't know how effective. I think if I'm not mistaken, Christian Watson was set to play, but I think I might have misread that. Either way, I got the Packers. I think Jordan Love is just a little bit better than Kyler Murray. I really like the Jordan Love 6.5 rushing yard prop. It's
Hmm.
it's one of my favorites. Also, another one of my favorites, and this one is Kyler Murray 32.5 yard rushing. I mean, he's only been under this one time the whole year, so that might mean and then they got an odd line on sleeper for 25, so that might be cake.
Yeah, I
I
can
mean,
see that.
I don't see in a offense that's running a lot of play action um, with the Cardinals. I mean, even if you key in on Murray, it's not even like you can stop him. So it's like I don't know.
I
If this
agree.
game is, if I anticipate this game to be competitive, I anticipate Kyler Murray to be on the run. That's just me though, and it's only not hit once this year. McBride 5.5 receptions is a little high for me, so I might hit like a 4 alt line. 5.5 is a little high, but he is getting the targets though. He's think I if I'm not mistaken, it's probably like the one of the most targeted tight ends in the league right now.
Right.
Um, so you picked the Cardinals for this game.
Yeah, I don't know what the score is going to be.
You got a best
It'll
bet?
be ooh, for this game. Let me see.
It's for me. I think it might. For me, I think it's that Jordan Love rushing prop. That 6.5 yard rushing prop.
Yeah, I can see that. Kyler 2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns
One,
rushing
one, one and a
or
half. Kyler
passing.
1.5 passing touchdowns. Yeah.
I like that. I like that actually. I think I might have to write that down. I might have to write that. Pen is back here. I might have to write that down. Murray 1.5 touchdown. I'm about to put this on the ticket. Okay. Let's move on to the next game. Breezing through these. Nice, nice. Okay, Colts at Titans. This is an easy one. We'll spend like several minutes on this one.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, let me just real quick for the record. Obviously, Marvin Harrison, Trey McBride are must starts. Kyler Murray, James Conner must start.
Yeah.
Don't like Michael Wilson and Greg Dortch, Zay Flowers, and Zay Jones. Kind of leave them on the bench. Like those are desperate dart throw must starts. I mean, not desperate dart throw plays. Um, Obviously, you start Jaden Reed, Jordan Love, Josh Jacobs, Tucker Craft, Wicks. I mean, this is gonna be a this is this there are gonna be points on the board in this game.
For
You start
sure.
start who you need. You start who you need, not who you can. Um. Anyway, Colts at Titans. Uh, I no must starts in this game for me.
No.
No, I really had to think about it too. Like not even Josh Downs, and I gotta see how Anthony Richardson looks coming off the injury. How how much he's gonna throw the ball. Like he already wasn't accurate, so it's like you know my MVP hopes for him have already been dashed. I'm not even worried about that anymore. What I'm worried about right now is his development, and
I
so
get you.
especially since I am banking on him as my main dynasty quarterback. But anyway, Colts at Titans. Titans favored by 2.5, 42.5 implied total. I'm just gonna say right now, I got the Titans 17-10.
Mm.
But is there anything in this game in particular that you find like noteworthy? Um, Gosh, this game sucks. I'm not gonna lie. And I hate to say it, but I'd
Mm.
rather have Joe Flacco start. Like I'd be because if that was the case, I'd be on the Josh Downs line. I'd be like,
So
I mean,
you think you said you had who win the Indy win 17-10?
I got the Titans,
Yeah, the Titans winning 17-10.
and I'd be
Really?
okay
So
if the Colts
you
won.
go ahead.
Oh no,
Oh
no,
yeah,
I'll
I
just.
feel you.
Oh, go ahead.
I mean, so you think the Tennessee defense is that good to keep them under 10?
They've been that good. They've been that good. Jonathan Taylor's
No,
not
they're definitely
playing.
good.
Jonathan
Yeah,
Taylor's not playing. Michael Pittman is playing through a back injury. Um,
that's not
and
good.
Anthony Richardson's coming off an oblique injury. Jeffrey Simmons is back for this team on the D line. Um,
Okay, you're right. All right.
that's just where I'm sitting at it with it. Definitely got the under for the total. I'm not betting on this game at all, honestly. And if there was somebody I was gonna take a chance on, maybe it'd be Tony Pollard,
Yeah, that'd
maybe.
be it.
Who is the only person that you would have to start? That's not even a must start for me. That's like you got to start him. Um, Anybody else is like I'd sit like I guess Calvin Ridley is a have to start. He's a have to start. That's it. Everybody else is like, you can bench him. Did you pick some? You picked the Colts or who you picked?
I mean, this to me is a pick'em type game, honestly. 'Cause I think it'll be under, like you said. I don't think anybody will score in 20.
Hmm,
Um,
pick him. I feel that.
I can see Indy winning this though.
Okay,
I don't think Will Levis is going to make enough plays to help get them down the field to win the game, unless the defense carries the Titans, which is very possible.
this is
But I
what I
think I
kind of
think
predict. Yeah, like Anthony
yeah,
Richardson will make enough plays again. Like make enough plays
against the
to
defense, yeah,
no, he'll make enough plays to like hinder his own team,
I
and
get you.
the Titans will be in plus field position and continue to make me look bad. I hope not though, but that's what I kind of could see happening. That's what I feel like is going to happen, and that's why I'm sharing my opinions and thoughts with the rest of the world. Now, the next game on that 10 a.m. slate is the Browns at the Eagles. With this, I think is the largest spread. Yeah, I think this is
Probably.
the largest spread on the total. 8.5 is quite a lot of points. Um, but they're probably gonna get that. They're probably gonna get that. The Browns are really not good. If this was in Cleveland, though, I'd feel better about the Browns covering. But
Mm,
alas, it is not. Um, I will let you go ahead about this. I will let you go ahead and start us off on this game in particular because I know you had some. I know you had a question or a couple questions about the Eagles.
yeah. I mean, I think this game should be easy to call, but um, well, let me start off first. So, like I said, it should be easy to call because you got Eagles coming off a bye with AJ Brown and Devontae Smith coming back healthy. I think Lane. I don't know if Lane Johnson came back healthy too, but I know he practiced at least.
Let me find out. Go ahead.
And then, so they have more time to prepare. So the Eagles should be a lock for this game, along with the Cleveland Browns not playing so well. But I'm concerned with how Jalen Hurts has been playing, and I'm also concerned with. Um, I think that's what the Coyotes. Wow. Anyway, yeah.
Just for the record, Lane Johnson was at practice on Friday, but is still in concussion protocol. So I don't
Okay, he
think he's
probably
gonna
won't play
play.
that. No, I
Um,
doubt it.
okay, I feel like you get like their concerns for the Eagles are valid. Like they are averaging 15 and a half points over the last two games, which is not and don't get me wrong, they haven't
Not
had
good.
AJ Brown and Devontae Smith. So if I'm gonna sit here and advocate for the Niners to get some slack, um, because of no CMC and no Debo here and there and then I guess I can cut the Eagles some slack, some slack there. But for me, like Sirianni probably got to go. He probably has to go.
Oh
Um,
wow.
he just doesn't have the locker room, bro. You can tell once
During
like
the season, no, for sure, you
oh
can
not
definitely tell
not
that.
during the season, but after he gotta go. He gotta go.
What if
It's just a foul
okay.
feng shui going around the Eagles
Now?
locker
What
room.
if the Eagles start to nosedive? So say they go,
Then that's an easy
they're what?
midseason firing.
Okay.
I mean, I think you know as well as I do. I mean, dude's getting fired. I mean, come on, Robert Saleh just got fired, bro. And I don't even want to go into all of that.
I don't even think he should have gotten fired so
We
early, but we'll get into that later.
um no, we will not. We get into that.
No,
We can get into that another time. Why would we get into that now? We're talking about this upcoming slate. I'm,
that's why I said later.
oh yeah. Not yeah, but when you say later, that you imply later in the show.
Okay. All right. You're right.
That's
You're
why I
right. I
was
forgot they play
confused.
Monday. No, you're right. I forgot they play. They play later. They play later.
They do play on Monday though. They do play on Monday. They do play on
That's what
Monday.
I'm saying. They play Monday. They
Oh,
don't
you're
play.
right.
They
You
don't
know
play
what? That's
today.
my fault. That's 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 my fault. I just don't have it written down here on my rundown. It's silly me.
But I'm about surprised.
Anyway, Hurts. We're gonna start him. AJ Brown. You
Oh,
got to
for
start.
sure.
AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. I mean, you got to start all the Eagles' skills position pass catchers, like the top guys, obviously. Goddard, Saquon. I mean, yeah. I feel like Amari Cooper is a cool play here. He's a cool play here, only just based on the fact that the Eagles are going to be projected to be leading. So that I'm always a fan of negative game script um, for pass catchers. That's always a thing. I love that, especially when I'm betting on them. But I know like Deshaun's been bad, but at least
Yeah.
Amari's been getting the targets, and so he could be
A
productive.
little bit. He got
He
4 targets the last 2 games.
But he could like honestly, but also the Eagles secondary is not good though. This is a secondary you can
I
exploit,
know.
and that's a
Yeah.
veteran receiver. I think just him being in Dallas kind of soured his reputation for me,
Why you say
but
that?
for me because he was in Dallas, bro. Like
Oh,
that's I always got to hear Dallas Cowboys. Oh, he top five route runner, top five route runner, top five. Like okay, bro. Like was y'all winning anything? No, but
no, really
anyway.
wasn't.
You got any best bets for this game?
I want to take Deshaun Watson under his total yards.
Hmm, I'm not a big unders guy. I am excited for Nick Chubb to return to the field next week.
I am. Oh my goodness, I'm excited.
Might send a trade for bro. Actually, might be time. Couldn't invest
Speaking of
this
rushing,
early.
Jerome Ford is at 39.5 yards, rushing yards.
I worry about the game script negatively impacting that. Though I would feel better
Nah,
about
it's,
Jerome Ford's receptions. What are his receptions? If it's 2.5, then I feel better about
it's
that.
three.
If it's 3.5 or three, if it's three,
It's three.
then I like it. I like it. I like it.
Okay.
I like it.
Um,
I'm not touching any. I'm not touching any wide receivers on the Eagles because it's just I don't know what this
I got
game is
AJ
gonna
Brown
be like
touchdown.
because like bro, AJ. I have literally right here AJ Brown anytime touchdown. Okay, fine. We're on the same accord there. Fine. I'll take that. Outside of that, I'm not touching anything else because
Anything
even though
else?
there's an
Yeah.
eight and a half, and we spending too much time on this right here, but 8.5 point spread is just a little wonky for me in a game where the Eagles been playing bad and the Browns been playing bad and the Eagles are supposed to be good and I gotta see it to believe it again. So um and an AJ Brown anytime touchdown would help me believe that. So anyway, but we both have the Eagles winning this game, I think, obviously. Um
Hmm.
and then the next game on the slate, we got the Texans at the Patriots in New England with a
Mm-hmm.
6.5 point spread, 37.5 implied total. Several minutes
I'm
on
back at
this.
work
This
in
will
the
be
store, by the way.
okay. This will be easy. No Ramondre Stevenson. Drake made a start versus a pretty tough Texans defense.
Hmm.
Mm, I Drake. Did you see Drake May's rushing prop was like 27.5 yards?
Is it really? I haven't gotten to that part
How?
yet. I'm
Why is it
surprised.
so high? Like, why is it so high? Like, I
I mean,
kind
did
of
he run a lot in the preseason? I didn't watch him in the preseason, so if he ran a lot in the preseason, then that'll be why.
but and I want to take that, but
I,
I don't
I
know.
got to see it. I got to see it first, and think about it. If he does it against the Houston Texans defense, then that'll be good for him as far as prop betting moving forward.
I'm
But
just
it'll also be
projecting.
good for him as far. No, I feel you, but
Okay.
still, think about it. Because if they have that listed on there as a prop, then that means they think he'll hit somewhere close to that or somewhere near that. And if he does, man, that bodes well for him as
I'm
far as
just
how he plays.
yeah, and I'm just projecting game script. I'm just projecting game script. If the Patriots are going to be down and Patriots
Yeah,
receivers are going to have a hard time getting open, then Drake May going to have to take off. Will Anderson's coming for him. Daniil Hunter's coming for him. I think that prop is actually. Let me put that here. May rushing prop type, because I'm gonna have to go relook at my lines to take that. And then so I mean, you start Antonio Gibbs because you have to, but
mm,
uh, that's not something I'm spicy about. I am looking out for Jalen Polk in this game, but I feel like Demario Douglas will probably get the most receptions. I feel like Drake May will be very underrated in this game, as far as what he'll be able to provide for this Patriots offense. Um, like if I think Demario Douglas's receptions were at 3.5, I think he'll cake that. Jalen Polk's was at I think two and
mm,
a half. I think he'll cake that. Like I think this will be a very interesting game, competitive. I think for maybe a half. Um, but I think it'll be interesting, and I think the Patriots will find out that they have something in Drake May. So
I agree.
I still have the Texans winning 17-13. No, this is going to be a low scoring game for me. Devin,
17-13, really?
it could be like 2013. I'm gonna change it 2013 actually. 2013. That's it. And then Dellin Diggs, obviously Tank Dell, Stephon Diggs must start. Dalton Schultz must start. Is Joe Mixon set to play?
I believe so.
Let me check again real
The
quick.
last thing I said, he practiced. I didn't see what kind of practice he had yesterday, but he definitely practiced the last couple of days.
Expected to
First
play.
time he had
Okay.
back-to-back practices, so yeah, I
Expected
thought
to
so.
play. Okay. Return to practice to close the week. Been listed quit, but he should return to workhorse role. Okay. Then we're definitely starting mixing. Probably. I think.
I
I-
I'd have Mixon as a flex option. I wouldn't have him as a confirmed start unless you have unless he's like one of your main guys. Like if he's your one RB1 or RB2, then like I would start him. But if you have other options, like for me, for example, I have AK and Chuba Hubbard. Like I'd rather have those two guys starting because
And
they're both
Bucky Irvin.
healthy and Bucky Irvin. I
Say it
mean,
for the
I can
record,
afford
though.
to have I can have afford to bro. Afford to have bro on the flex option or not start at all. You know what I mean? Other
Right.
people may not. So just no, a preference.
Okay. And you got the Texans winning the game.
Of course.
Okay. Then that was easy. We're good on that. Oh well, Xavier Hutchinson. Let me not sit here and not mention his name. If you need a, I mean, I think that's more of a long shot option. If you ask me, but he does have a prop 1.5
Yeah.
receptions on sleeper. I think that could be a sneaky play. So it's not really something I'm looking forward to from a fantasy football perspective, especially in redraft. Maybe dynasty, I'm looking at it, but
Yeah.
for the line's sake, for the prop lines, 1.5 receptions could be. I just don't like this game. Doesn't project competitive for me. So maybe scratch that. Maybe scratch that. But as rest the next 4 weeks moving forward, though, keep your eye on Xavier Hutchinson's routes run, participation, and all that. Because if they are in competitive game scripts, he'll probably get more looks. Um, so let's move on. Commanders and Ravens. I know this is a game that you really wanted to get into. Um,
Oh man.
Commanders at Ravens. Some Baltimore. 51.5 implied total. I think is the largest on the
Heck yeah.
slate. If
It
I'm
should
not
be.
no, it's
None
actually
of the other
Lions.
teams.
Lions at Cowboys. It's largest implied
That's
total.
it. Really?
52.5,
What
which
was
I
it?
think is 52. There's 1 point
I think
difference.
that's crazy.
I think that is a little crazy. Um, a little bit. But I think what's crazy is that the Ravens are 7 point favorites in this game, and I don't
I
see that. I see the Commanders covering.
Why not?
Honestly. Okay, no. I
I
mean,
know. Go
covering.
ahead.
I got Commanders covering. I got the Ravens winning 42-38.
Okay.
42-38. I can't. It's hard for me to predict like yardage in this game because I mean Daniels and Jackson can do it all through the air on the ground. Um, but
I can confidently say both guys will probably have about at least 250 apiece, rushing and passing. I mean, I'm most confident to say both of them might have 300.
I don't know about all of that. Like
But I
I
mean,
would feel
if
better.
you
Okay,
predicting
slow down,
42 and
slow down,
38,
slow down, slow down, slow down. Daniels maybe, but for Lamar, because see Daniels doesn't hand the ball off to a Derrick Henry. He's throwing the ball to Terry McLaurin. So like he's gonna get that like that the passing yards a lot, and he's gonna get his own rushing yards. For Lamar, it's
Hmm.
like when every time he hands the ball off to Derrick Henry, he's gonna miss out on opportunities to gain yards. So
I
I wouldn't
agree.
I wouldn't take both of theirs necessarily. Like Lamar, look Lamar here. Here we go.
Well, I
Pass.
mean,
Hold on.
go ahead.
Passing yards, 273, 247, 182, 157, 348. His rushing, I mean, his rushing yards 122, 45, 87, 54, 55. If I'm looking at the prop itself, it's 286 and a half, and he's only hit this twice in the last 4 games.
Think about it though. You just that 348 game. Who was that against, and what was the score?
That was Joe Burrow, and he had to pass the ball.
Exactly. So in this game, he's going to be damn near going against the same type of dude, mentality wise, who's going to be able to stand against their defense and take a shot. You remember that shot he took against damn, I can't even remember the dude's name. I forgot who he played, but I think
If I
week
said,
two,
okay.
he went against somebody and he threw the shot downfield to Terry McLaurin and took a nasty tackle, but he took the shot. So I mean, and this defense is better than them. So I think going against his defense, he'll be good enough to put up points. Saying that to say Lamar's gonna have to answer, and so I think he
Yeah,
can do that.
I look at it just a little bit more acutely than that. For me, like it's like Lamar, he doesn't have a Terry McLaurin. He has Zay Flowers. Those are two different receivers. There's a reason why Terry McLaurin. There's a reason. First things first, I want to just say this for the record. Terry McLaurin, I'm taking his all 4 receptions. But if you want to take his 4.5,
Oh,
I think
what?
that's gonna be cake. Like
Yeah,
like he's gonna like what I'm saying. That's a true X receiver on the outside. And then you got Jaden Daniels, who is basically the Lamar Jackson light. Like so,
yes.
if you give also Kyler Murray's only game where he went under his rushing prop was against this Washington Commanders defense. So you telling me that
Interesting.
yeah, you telling me that this Commanders defense that knows how to play against a rushing quarterback that they play against in practice this entire off season and practice right now is not gonna. I think they can step up and hinder Lamar's rushing total. Maybe not his passing
I can
total. So
agree with
maybe I'll
that.
give you a little credit for that. I'll give you a little like like a little leeway for that. But that's
Hmm.
why I think Derrick Henry will be called upon even more because the Commanders are not a physical defense, and that's a back that they probably won't be able to tackle. I think Derrick Henry might end up having 2 touchdowns again. Like I could
I can see something like that.
legitimately see Derrick Henry 150 yards, 2 touchdowns in a game where
Don't.
Lamar throws the ball 24 times, completes like 18 passes and throws for like 186 yards and rushes for like 76. And that's under the prop. That's under the passing, that's under the rushing and passing. Like I could see that. And in a game where they still win.
I mean,
I could see that. And I'm not saying
read me. Wait, hold on. Read me that Lamar Jackson line you just threw out. You said
two
176 throwing yards, 70 something rushing
186 yards.
yards.
He's like 186 yards passing, 76 yards. But that's like 100.
How many
That's
touchdowns though? Throwing, because he's gonna have to throw a couple of
Like I said,
touchdowns.
okay, yeah, okay. 1.5 passing touchdowns, okay. But what if he runs one in? Or what if he
I
but
can see that.
I like that though, right? Listen, I like the 1.5 passing touchdowns more because
That'd be 4 or 5
I just
touchdowns.
made the case for Washington's defense being able to hinder his rushing ability. So I could see that. I mean, I could see that for sure. But
Because
um,
I'm only asking because you're right about Derrick Henry getting off for about 100 plus yards, but that would mean that because I think if if Derrick Henry is going to be able to break through that Washington defense, that's going to allow Lamar Jackson to break through every once in a while too, which means, like you said, he's going to have a good rushing day.
what
But I
I'm
think,
saying is,
go ahead.
I'm just saying that like it's not, bro, like when you say breakthrough, like Henry is 250, bro. Lamar is
That's
not
what I'm
that.
saying.
No,
He
no,
doesn't
what I'm
have to be.
no, but that's the problem though. He's like Lamar is more like Jaden, and they face Jaden in practice every week, and they just hindered Kyler Murray several weeks ago. who is basically the same kind of quarterback, like super mobile. I that's my. I don't like when you say breakthrough. Like, don't get me wrong. I can see Lamar like breaking one big run, but consistently getting slivering through this defense. I don't see that. I don't see that when they're going to be handing when they can also when they're going to be handing the ball. Like, let me look at his rushing attempts. Let me look at Lamar's rushing attempts over the last one.
By breakthrough, I don't mean like literally breaking through, like physically breaking through. Like that's Derrick Henry's job. What I mean is like he's going to because Derrick Henry's literally going to be breaking through. They're going to play it differently every once in a while when Derrick Henry's in the game, which is going to allow Lamar Jackson to get open. So like they've learned how to use Derrick Henry with Lamar Jackson.
But you know,
So
is
because they've
is
go ahead.
pick your opposing. No, no, I'm just saying you know is pick your
Exactly, you're right.
opposing. So it's like
And that's exactly what's going to happen. So they'll let Derrick Henry do his thing, and by about second, third quarter, it'll be pick your poison. Lamar Jackson's going to be able to get through, which is going to open up the passing game. Like this will probably be a good Mark Andrews game. Like I can see Mark Andrews going for a touchdown this game
I just feel better about Jaden's overall passing and rushing prop
for
than
sure.
Lamar's.
For sure,
Like
I do.
that, it's like I
I
wouldn't
just
really, I really wouldn't take Lamar's. Like I'd feel better about Derrick Henry one rushing touchdown than like Lamar's prop in this one. Like Lamar's
I'm
prop.
feeling this way because of I think this will be a similar game type, a game script as it was for last week
I think
with
so.
Lamar and Joe Burrow, and Lamar put up three something like you said 348 for four touchdowns, 300 yards, and I was just throwing the ball. So I mean I think that'll be something similar. Like he may not have 300 yards passing, but I mean he might have 200 yards passing, two touchdowns. Like you said, he might run one touchdown in, and Derrick Henry runs a touchdown in.
I just don't feel like I can be a victim of last week. Like like the Bengals playing desperate. Like the Bengals also have a poor secondary, and that's Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow. Like that, I don't know. And that was a divisional matchup, and Derrick Henry really didn't get going until late in the game. It was just like that. There's so much context in that game. I think this will be different for the
I get
Ravens.
you. Derrick Henry did
That's just my
get
feeling.
running late.
Who you got winning the game? Do you think the Commanders cover the spread? Because we got to get out of here.
Yes, I think the Commanders cover, but
You, uh,
uh, I think Washington's gonna win this game.
I don't see that happening. Um,
If they can
McLaurin.
put up 30 plus again, I think they'll be able to. But they can win.
Okay. McLaurin must start. Jaden must start. Brian Robinson. I think he's not playing. Um,
No,
I'm pretty sure he's not playing.
I haven't been catching up with his injury report specifically.
Me-
But I know Eckler's healthy when he came back from that concussion protocol, and they had another guy, a veteran guy behind him, a third string guy
Yeah, Brian
who's been
Robinson's
coming
not playing.
along.
Yeah, Brian Robinson's
Okay, yeah.
not playing. Okay. So obviously you got to start Eckler here at a matchup that's going to be like a
Yes.
lot of points scored.
Who's the backup? Because they heck is there's a third guy behind Eckler
There's
that they're
Jeremy
using.
McNichols, and then they just elevated Chris
McNichols, yes.
Rodriguez off the practice squad. Um,
McNichols. I'd grab McNichols for people who need a running back,
in
even
a
even as a
deep
flex
league,
option.
deep league, I mean,
Yeah,
deep.
a league like ours, yeah. Or what's the name? Dynasty leagues. I think he'll be at least for this year, next year.
You
They
have,
utilize all their backs.
mhm. You have to start Flowers. Um, I You have to start Ertz because tight end is so desolate. You have to start Andrews because this is a matchup that's projected points. And honestly, I mean, you don't have any other choice. Honestly, like, yeah, what are you gonna do? Unless you're like me and you picked up Theo Johnson off the wire, or you're gonna take a chance on Eric All like I did last week and almost lose. Then
I
you
mean,
got you got
I'll take
you got to
Andrews off your hands.
know what I'm saying. Well, please, okay, okay. Um, because all you go, bro, you're not gonna send Drake London. So if you're not
I
sending
mean,
Drake.
maybe I got enough receivers. Now AJ Brown's healthy.
Then send something. Then we'll talk about it. But I think that's it for the most starts. And Derrick Henry, of course.
Yeah.
Lamar, Zay, uh, Justice Hill's a cool flex. I'll give him that. He's a cool flex.
Hmm.
But if that's only deeply for me.
Yeah.
And Isaiah Likely, I
playing really
You gotta
well.
start him. You gotta start him in a match like this. I mean, you got to. I mean,
I mean,
this
he's been
if you're
getting touchdowns
if you're starting Mark
more
Andrews,
often than not.
you're starting Mark Andrews, you're starting Isaiah Likely. Like,
Yes.
there's just no reason for that. Um, okay, next game. Spent a lot of time on that game, so let's try to breeze through these next ones. Chargers at Broncos. What's the next one?
Hmm.
Hmm,
Let's hit the more
um,
starts to that first because there's not that many.
okay, Chargers at Broncos must starts. I think is Javonte Williams, J.K. Dobbins.
You don't
I
think
think
Bo Nix is a must start?
no, bro. Like just because he played quarterback for them, don't mean he a must start. Like
I know not every
he's not
quarterback's a must start. I
he's
get
not
that, but
playing
he's been
like
playing well.
no, but he's not playing well and playing like a must start fantasy quarterback. Two different things.
I guess you're right.
And I'm about to hear him pull up young Bo right here. Bo Nix. My boy Bo. Look at him. Quarterback 22 in PPR. 11 points, 8 points, 19, 8, and 27 last week. And that was 27 against the Raiders, who are one of the worst pass defenses in the league. Like, if Justin Fields don't have a good day against them, then I got to start considering benching Justin Fields myself. Um,
Agree.
so like, like a couple games with 8 points, one game with 11, one game with 19. He hasn't been consistent enough for me. That's Bo Nix. They are playing the Chargers.
I guess you're right.
It's a divisional matchup, but for like the must starts for me in this game, Javante, who's
I
been
guess
getting
you
a
could be
lot of
right.
receptions, J.K.
Hmm.
Dobbins with the Gus Edwards injury, like there's gonna be more on his shoulders
Oh
now.
yes.
Um,
I,
that's it though. That's it. Like everybody else in this game is somebody you're taking a flyer on. Quentin Johnston, Lad, not Lad. Lad McConkey. I almost said Luke
hmm
McCaffrey. Um, Justin Herbert is benchable now. Cortland Sutton
it's
is
crazy to say.
just a flex play. Cortland Sutton is just a flex play.
I
Uh,
mean, yeah,
yeah, yeah, bro. If Russell Wilson was playing with bro, then he'd be like a strong wide receiver 3, maybe 2.
it was last year.
That's here we are now. But I would watch out, like you said, Bo Nix has been playing well, so I would watch out for like I'm trying to find another receiver in Denver. Like, is it gonna be Lil Jordan Humphrey? Is it gonna be Valet? Is it gonna be, you know, we'll see. Right now is Javante Williams.
Yeah.
Um, and as a Javante Williams manager, I'm not don't feel threatened by Jaleel McLaughlin. Um, but okay. And then okay, who we got in this game? Chargers Broncos. I got the Chargers are favorite. I'm surprised. I got the Broncos though.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
I am.
I think. I mean, this is one of them pick'em games. I don't know how good Justin Herbert's gonna play. They don't have enough on the outside as far as receivers, so they're running the ball. But with Gus Edwards out, are they gonna be able to run the ball the same type of way? So I mean, I'm and Bo
Gus
Nick. I don't
been
know.
running
I
as well
think
as JK.
what happened?
Gus hasn't been running as well as JK.
Oh yeah,
Like,
no, for sure. I don't know if I mean J.K. can't run the ball every goddamn snap. So I mean, and I don't know how good the other backs are behind him.
but Gus has not been like. If you really, Gus has been bad.
Well, I know, but I'm saying Gus isn't healthy. So if Gus is not healthy and he plays, or if he's not healthy and then he doesn't play, I don't know how good the backups are. And
Who you
I
got
don't
winning
want
the game?
J.K.
Who you got winning the game?
I'm trying to talk myself into an answer right now. Okay, give me a
You
second.
took it so long. Like
I
that's,
know.
I know it's hard, bro. Like
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's hard. I mean, I think the Broncos. It'll probably be something like a 17-13.
I don't have any best bets for this game. I really wouldn't even risk it. Like
Kickers.
no, I'm
I
not
think
risking.
kickers on 2 field
I'm
goals.
not risking it, bro. I'm not risking it. I'm sick of that. I'm gonna risk it on the kicker. Like no, these dudes miss. These dudes miss.
Oh my goodness.
They get blocked. Like what do you mean? Like I've seen like 3 field goals get blocked this year. Young Wei Koo
Yeah,
had a
but
field
that's
goal
like
blocked. What you
that's
mean? Young
like
Wei Koo had a
any.
field goal blocked. That
I know,
Jake
but
Moody had a
like
field goal
that's
blocked.
any other. That's like any other player. Like that's literally like any other player saying like, oh, that player hasn't been given the targets, or that player uh, got penalty, so he didn't get the what's the
I'm
name.
doing the
Like
responsible thing and telling people don't risk it. Like I'd feel better
Um,
about Blake Grupe, the Saints kicker, or Chase McLaughlin, the Buccaneers kicker. Like, bro, those teams are going to be in better positions to score points. Like, and I would tell people to take the 6.5 points for Groupie, but take the 1.5 for Chase McLaughlin, or switch it up because, like this game is disgusting. And you had a hard time picking a winner for this game. I would not tell the audience to take any
but
kicker.
what? But that's what I'm saying. If it's gonna be a low scoring game, that means these guys are gonna get in field goal range and have at least two, three, four, maybe even five opportunities to kick the damn ball. And if that's the case, and the line is only 1.5, I'm taking it.
I'm good, bro. It's not 1.5. It's 3.5. It's three. Uh, 3 points. That's one. Two. The
I said
Broncos
if I don't
defense.
I haven't seen the lines for the so what's the name? It depends,
The
but
Broncos.
it depends.
The Broncos defense is playing a whole lot better than the Chargers defense, and so if
Yeah,
anything, I'm not gonna take both kickers. I might take one of them, but I'm not. No, I don't know. I'm not gonna follow that same. Like I don't know. I don't. I've been burned by that. I can't do it. Can't do it. That just don't work. It just don't work for me personally. I can't. I don't know. That's it. Just feel. I feel so bad too. Like no, just thinking about it. Just me thinking about the possibility of putting both those kickers on my tick. Like
I mean I ain't gonna be both of them, but at least
that's what
one of them.
that's what you
One of
just
them gonna
kind
be
of
good.
implied. That's what you just kind of implied, bruh.
I mean I ain't say that though.
Next
I
game.
could definitely pick one of them.
Come on, let's get out of here. We got 4 games left. Steelers at Raiders. Uh,
Steelers, but it's gonna be
right.
Steelers. But they gotta put up points. Like Justin Fields has to put up touchdowns, not field goals. He has to put up touchdowns.
I
And he's gotta get
agree.
downfield.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. If because I am not, I'm project Fields will keep the starting job rest of the season, but he will
Hmm.
only keep it if he. I definitely want to see him, bro. He has to have two touchdowns minimum, minimum,
Yeah.
minimum, and it could be rushing or passing for me, but he has to have 2 touchdowns, no turnovers. You should not be turning the ball over against the Raiders. Do not turn the ball over. He's been good so
I
far.
mean, you got Max. Is Max
Hold on,
Crosby healthy?
it don't matter to me. Don't
What
matter to me.
you mean?
It don't matter to me. Like. It don't. You practice against TJ Watt. That's a better Max Crosby. Like I don't want to hear that, bro.
I'm
And
not
you
gonna disrespect
only have
Max
one
Crosby like
turnover
that.
on the whole season. One turnover on the whole season.
If
Um,
my offensive linemen don't protect my blind side and I get smacked from behind and I get fumbled, I'm not gonna put that on. I'm just
I'm just tired of you thinking that this one dude is so capable of wrecking a game. He's not TJ Watt, bro. They're gonna have first things first. Dallas went into
I'm not gonna
Pittsburgh. Hold
disrespect,
on.
bro.
I'm not gonna respect bro with that much respect. I'm not gonna glaze him because Dallas went into Pittsburgh with a plan to limit TJ Watt. They focused on TJ Watt. TJ Watt still broke through. I don't hold Max Crosby to that same standard.
I
And
agree.
they're about to play against us, bro. How do you mitigate a pass rusher? By running the ball. Like you run the ball against them, you throw screens. Like you not, bro. Max Crosby maybe
Yeah,
one
but they
shot.
didn't run that like that against Dallas and they lost. They
Max
didn't run the
Parsons
ball.
did that.
They should have been able to run. What happened?
Okay, but come on, Dallas is I okay. I was the only one who picked Dallas to win that game, and because I had the intuition to know that Dallas, I hate to say this, but Dallas would step up on defense and be able to stop that run. Like Eric Kendricks played that game. He's not going to be able to play this week, but
Hmm.
this team just lost Christian Wilkinson for the whole season, and they were already a bad rushing
Oh, the whole
defense.
season, Jesus.
The Raiders were already a bad rushing defense, so they're already not going to be able to stop Fields and Najee. Like Max Crosby is going to be neutralized. I'm not worried about Max Crosby. Not worried about no Max Crosby because, and on top of that, the Raiders won't be putting any pressure on the Steelers in this game. Like I don't see the Raiders putting pressure on the Steelers in this game. Oh yeah, Raiders up 17-0. Like what? If the Raiders go up 17-0 in this game, Fields not the starter. He not the starter the rest of the season. Ain't no way. Ain't no way the Raiders should go upset. Like there should this not shouldn't be competitive. That's just me though. As a Fields truther, like for him to start rest of the season, he has to have a good game. This game should not be super competitive. Okay, like I got the Steelers winning 20-13. Yeah, like okay. Raiders better be like scoring a garbage time touchdown or field goal to be making it, respectable. Like for me, this game shouldn't be close. Um, my question is, how concerned are you for George Pickens?
he ain't getting the ball enough. I'm not really sure what the case is, but if you don't get the ball enough, I'm not gonna be. He's not gonna be able to be a must start like that. He's gonna be somebody flex option all year.
And the problem is he has to start this week because this secondary is also really bad too, the Raiders. But uh, I mean really bad. And I mean Pickens has some good underlying numbers and underlying stats, but
Yeah.
I I think it's Arthur Smith.
No, I'm
Uh,
just they don't have anybody opposite him. So like if they don't, that's
I
not
agree.
helping him.
I agree. I agree. I agree. But I agree. I agree. I agree. And I agree with that so bad, like so wholeheartedly. Like I agree with that, bro. Like they gotta have some advantage. I've been saying this the whole time. Van Jefferson cannot be your number two. I've been saying that coming into the season. Like
No, he's not. He's not it.
he cannot be your number two wide receiver, bro. Calvin Austin cannot be your. Oh my God, what are we doing? Like Arthur and then Mike Tomlin. You so I can't believe I cannot believe. If I was a Steelers fan, I would honestly riot. Because why would you bring Arthur Smith here? Like why would you bring that dude here? And he didn't have any success in Atlanta. Like I
Well, he's not. It's because he's the head coach. It's different when he's a coordinator. Because when
what
he
you
was a
mean?
coordinator in, I think what is it was in Miami with Ryan Tannehill. Ryan
Okay,
Tannehill had one of his best. Tannehill was in. It was it Miami or wherever he was, and Arthur Smith was the offensive coordinator. He had one of his best years. That's part of the reason why he got the damn job in Atlanta anyway.
that was 1 year.
It didn't matter. Like I said, it got him the damn job.
But
So
okay, I, I'm gonna tell you what does matter. When he was calling plays in Atlanta and Drake London consistently had a 20+% target share and was consistently not a top 20 fantasy wide receiver. That's not like
you
that's
do
something
realize who had bro throwing the ball, right?
you do realize what's going on now in Pittsburgh.
I
George
it,
Pickens has a 20+% target share with better quarterback play, and he's still not producing in an offense that's catered to running the ball with multiple backs and throwing the ball to the tight end for some strange reason. Like I
I mean, they
and
got the tight
also
ends.
you
Like
gotta remember my bad, but not to cut you off, but you gotta remember that when he was in Atlanta, it was Drake London and who was the number two wide receiver? Can't remember, huh? Because there was
yeah,
no
yeah, I would say I don't remember.
bro, they were trash, bro. Like they were bad, bro. Like
Yeah,
it
no,
wasn't.
yeah. Outside of like Drake London and Kyle Pitts, they were bad.
I'm trying to remember who it is right now. I can't even remember. Like, so yeah, it's just it's Arthur Smith for me. Like, it's Arthur Smith for me. I
All
think
right.
he's the thing. He's the reason why this offense is being held back. Uh, excuse me. He's the number two reason. They need a number. They do need a receiver. I agree with you there. Um, but we both got the Steelers winning the game.
hmm Next, did we get the best bets? I mean, not best bets. Did we get? Well,
Do we have a
we
best
didn't
bets?
hit that.
Do we have best bets? Do we have best bets for this game? Like, do we?
I
Do we?
mean,
I want to. Okay, I just thought of one. Okay, I'm gonna say Van Jefferson 1.5 receptions. If this
oh
game is
yeah, I seen that on your tick.
if this game is anywhere near something kind of competitive, then I can see 2 receptions for Van. I mean, 3 receptions last game, 3 receptions the game before that, 2 receptions. So it's like,
Mm,
it might as well.
mm,
I think is Darnell Mooney better than Drake London?
I don't know about all that. I just think he works better in his offense, and it's the way guys play him. I don't think it'll be that way all season either. I think it'll be on and off. I think they'll play off each other.
I think the last time we did this, I think I said London, Mooney, Bijan, Pitts,
Yeah, we rated him. Yeah, just like that.
and I think I'm still. No, London, Mooney, Bijan, Ray, Pitts.
Ooh.
Think that's how I went.
I don't, I
I
don't,
think
I
that's
don't
how
know if you put Bijan in there,
I
but
think no,
Bijan
I'm
does.
talking about like as far as like volume and target share and like
I know.
getting production. I think I did throw Bijan in there. I'm talking about who's most important. Like that's how I did it, and I
I
think
get that.
I still feel that way after 2 weeks. Um, I got the Falcons winning the game too, but I think it'll be 28-24.
Oh
Yeah.
wow,
Yeah, I think it'll be closer than people. I mean, it's a divisional matchup.
it could be.
Andy Dalton's a vet. He'll get Deontay Johnson the ball this time. The Falcons secondary kind of is getting exposed a little bit. Nobody talks about it, but like the Buccaneers, kind of got after him. Um,
Eagles
I
kind
j-
of got after him a
I
little
think
bit.
yeah, I just think I think Deontay Johnson at least get his 5 receptions. Um, Chuba Hubbard, I don't know how I feel about him. He's a have to start. He's not a must start for me.
Hmm.
Like Kyle Pitts is a have to start. Bijan Robinson, I guess, is a must start. But I mean, he's not returning top 5 value like everyone thought he would. So we're still waiting on Bijan's big breakout game, which should be this week. You hope. Um,
Yeah, really.
and then really, there's really not much to say about this game. This game is kind of lame. It should be an easy Falcons win, honestly. Um, when no news on Jonathan Brooks yet, don't think he'll be back. I personally don't think he'll be back for another several weeks. I don't think he'll be on the field for several
Damn.
weeks. Like, I think they're gonna really ease him in. I don't think he's in a Nick Chubb kind of situation. Um, Lions at Cowboys. It's the last of the 1 o'clock games with the highest implied total at 52.5.
I
Um,
wouldn't even sniff that.
Honestly, I think this one could be simple too because I mean, there's different ways you can go. There's different ways you can go with the props. Like I know a lot of people love Amon Ross St. Brown's with his receptions and CD Lamb with his receptions, anytime tutty. I think CD Lamb anytime tutty is probably a good one. Good one here. Montgomery. David Montgomery, anytime tutty is a good one here for me. Brandon Aubrey's points. Um, Another good one. If you can take it now, take it before it's too late because that line is usually gone by the time like it's a few hours before the game or his 1.5 field goals. And Jalen Tolbert, 3 receptions. There's three and a, I think it's 3.5 on sleeper, but they have all line for 3. I think that's it for us. Like as far as like props that I like. Um,
No Ferguson lines.
if it's Ferguson, it's gonna be like it's gonna be. I think I like his yards more than his receptions this week for Ferguson. But I feel like every time I take one of the other for him, I feel like I'm wrong. Like every week I take his yards, I'm wrong. Or every week I take his receptions, I'm wrong. So if you're hearing this and you hear me take his yards, take his receptions. Um, and I mean he's had like at least 5 in the last 3 games. He had like 5, 6, and 6, or 6, 6, and 5, something like that. And the lines at 5.5 on sleeper. Uh,
Mm.
I like Tolbert. I like Tolbert. I think they're gonna have to really work him into the offense more now that he's kind of showing signs of life finally. Um,
Cooked out still.
I think he's on IR. Um,
Well then, yeah, I think Tober's gonna be fine. What is it? What's his line?
3.5.
I'd take that.
But I got the Lions winning the game, and that's an
In
easy win
Dallas.
for me. Yeah, in Dallas. I mean, it'll be 27-24. Montgomery's a must start. Gibbs a must start. Amir Raza must start. Laporta, you got to start him because you don't have a choice. Jared Goff is a start, just a plain old start for me, not a must start, not a have to start, just a plain start. Same for Prescott. Actually, Prescott must start here. He might get sacked a couple times, but
Mm-hmm.
must start here. He has to put up points. CD obviously, CD Lamb's a must start. Rico Dotto's a start. I actually have a little faith that he'll have a better game than they're projecting. Um,
Probably, honestly. I'd say
Jake Ferguson's obviously a must start.
that. Yep.
Tobert is a flex play. I like Tobert this week. I think he has 6 for 9 in week 2, 14 points, no tutty. 3 for 5, but he had a tutty. Okay, so okay. I mean, okay, touchdown to okay. I okay. I'm a lean that way for now. I'm a lean touchdown dependent flex for now.
For now, I can say that for now. It's only
Uh,
been a few weeks.
I
And
need to.
Cooks is out too.
Yeah, I feel like he can give me like Chris Godwin light production.
Mm.
Uh,
Interesting.
yeah, hopefully. And then anything else that we're missing in this game? Did you pick a team or have any props that you were looking
I
at?
haven't picked anything yet. I like the Lions. They got robbed, and they were robbed the last time they played Dallas. Like they
Everybody
should have
want to
won
talk
that.
about that. Everybody want to talk about that.
Are you for real? How can you not talk about that?
No, it's okay, bro. Go ahead,
How,
bro. Go ahead, bro. Go
no, I
ahead.
mean, no. How could that not come up in conversation when we talk about the Lions? And like, that's the
I'm
whole
just,
reason they played. No, I know you just saying, but like that's the whole reason why the NFL made this game because they knew the storylines coming into it, and they knew how it ended last time, and they want to see it again. So I think the Lions is going to come through and want to punch Dallas in the face, and they probably will to start out. Dallas is probably going to have to start out strong if they want to win this game, because the Lions aren't going to play around.
okay, okay, okay. Well, you got so who you got winning the game?
Lions.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
I don't know what the score is going to be, but I mean, I can probably see because the last time they played, I don't even
Wait.
think
Oh, my bad. That wasn't the question. I'm sorry. Your best bet. You answered the question. The
2017.
first one. What was you had a best bet?
It's 2017. I do not. I haven't had time to check, but I'm gonna have to get back to my noisy
Don't
hour
worry
right
about it.
now.
Don't worry. Don't worry about it. I just want to throw props out there to have people like think about and stuff like that. That's why I threw the Montgomery touchdown out there, the CD Lamb anytime touchdown. JB has 6.5 receptions for Lamb. I'm not touching that, but you know,
I can see
I,
that.
I could definitely this game. Yeah, actually, I could see that. I could see CD Lamb having 10 catches tonight
Yeah, something like that.
or today. I should say. Speaking of tonight. Last game on the Sunday slate, Bengals at Giants in New York. No neighbors. No neighbors.
Yeah, that's crazy. He's been in concussion protocol for 3 weeks.
No, no, no. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. This
I
is
guess it's
second,
been 2 weeks.
or I mean, yeah, it's the second week. It's the second week because he got a concussion at the end of the Cowboys game.
Into week 4.
Yeah, like at the end of that game, if I'm not mistaken. But who you got winning the game?
Bengals. I got the Bengals winning this game because they have to win this game. I mean, I think they're better than the Giants anyway. But I mean, yeah, I think they're better than the Giants anyway. But the Giants are better than people think, and so that's the scary part about this game.
It sound
So
like
if
you rapping. It sound like you rapping a president.
you're funny, no, I'm trying to unwrap this thing quietly.
Okay, we got two more games. Oh, come on, we almost done. Well, this game and the last game. Go
But
ahead.
yeah, the Bengals. Yeah, the Bengals should win this game. But if they don't, then their season is probably over, and we need to have a different conversation about it.
Yeah, I got the Bengals too. They need to win it. It'll be close though for me, 24-20.
Oh wow, that close?
It'll be close. Yeah, Daniel Jones will give him a scare. I really like Theo Johnson, and it's time for him to come alive, and I need the tight end, so I'm hopefully optimistic about it. Wandale's up is easy must start. I mean, gosh, you got to start him. He's been cake. I like Darius Slayton. I called the Darius Slayton touchdown last week, and he probably scored again
Yeah,
this
you
week.
did.
Probably score again this week. So start him in a flex. I was gonna say real quick, I don't really, throw just anybody anytime Teddy on my parlay, but I think I feel good about a Chase Brown anytime Teddy here.
Chase Brown?
It's just random. It's just out of nowhere. It's just a feeling, a gut feeling that I'm having. I keep hearing his name on all the podcasts that I watch and everything that I read, and it's the feeling that I have. It's a feeling. But that's
I mean,
more
they
like,
think he's gonna pan out. That's why.
well, here's the
Better
thing.
than Zach Moss.
I just want to say for the record, like the difference between me having a feeling and me letting like, oh yeah, Chase is gonna score because he has the Giants can't cover him, and me having a feeling is two different things. Like Chase is probably gonna score. Like that's how I feel. That's how I feel about that. Chase
Water.
Brown, Chase Brown is more of like a I, maybe he scores because it's my gut. We go on my gut, but Jamar Chase going to score, more than likely going to score. Um, who you looking at in this game? Best bets or anybody that you are looking forward to? I mean, Tyrone Tracy is an easy one that we want to hope, whatever we hope does good. But
What's his rushing line? Is Singletary back healthy?
no, he's not. I don't think Singletary's playing.
I wasn't sure.
Wait, I could be wrong. No, I could be wrong. You say you got the Bengals, so that's good. Has been ruled out. Okay, Singletary not playing with the groin.
Okay.
So Tracy, this is Sunday Night Football too. So
hmm
58.5 rushing yards, 16.5 receiving yards. I like the receiving yards, bro. I might do the rushing and receiving. He might have a good game.
Yeah, he might have a good game.
Bengals can't stop anybody, honestly.
I know. I don't even
Um,
know if they're healthy in the secondary yet either. That's the sad part.
but it's Daniel Jones, and Daniel Jones does fold. So
Yeah, and they have guys up front. Like they got Sam Hubbard and Trey Hendrickson on the front seven. So that front line isn't bad. I mean, shoot, their front seven got the safety last week of the year.
last thing last thing I'll ask you before we get out of here.
hmm
So with Rashad, and this is touch on again that we talked about earlier, with Rashad White out this weekend, Bucky Irvin's rushing prop is sitting at 61.5. Rushing receiving yards is sitting at 84.5. So how you feel about your boy getting a start this weekend? Do you think he goes over being hit prop?
Yes, because
Three and a half,
he three what?
3.5 receptions.
He may not hit the reception line, but um, well, he might. But he'll definitely have a good game because he's getting all the reps. When he was splitting reps with Rashad White and getting close to those props. So I mean, now he's getting full time reps with a different kind of back with a different guy behind him. Like he'll be fine. So he definitely get that prop. I think I would probably go for the over on rushing and receiving scrimmage yards instead of just the rushing yards. But
Against your
he'll
New
be good.
Orleans Saints. Bro is
I
not a
mean, hey,
homer. Bro is
the
not a
only the
homer,
only way
y'all.
he doesn't hit, I'm realistic. I'm not one of them, crazy delusional fans.
Well, I feel you on that, man. And that was a good episode that we got in before the game start in a few hours. So by the time y'all catch this one, that Jags Bears game should be on. But
hmm
tap in for the rest of the slate. We got best bets and all that good stuff. And appreciate Devaughn for coming on, man.
That's
Catch
all,
you on the
man.
next
But thank
episode.
you.
We're gonna get up out of here, man. Peace out. Oh, be safe at work, bro. Be safe at work, bro.
No, for sure.
Oh, me. Don't get hit by no boxes.
I'll try not to. I've been hit. I've been hit in the head before, but when in boxing, I'll try not to hurt that.
Workers comp.
You tell. All right, y'all.